Hey friends, welcome to week 2 of the Advent experience. We'll start our practice today in Shavasana, so come to rest on your back with your eyes closed. Your entire body will rest on the mat, legs extended and arms by your side. You can also bend your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the mat if that is more comfortable. Simply breathe here for a few moments. Now that your focus is on your breath, let's work on deepening and expanding it, fully experiencing its depth. Bring your right hand to rest on your belly, left hand rest on your chest. As you inhale, bring the breath into your belly, feeling your hand rise upward. Exhale and notice your hand fall back toward the mat. Take a few more breaths here, focusing on the feeling of breath in your abdomen. Preparation. The act or process of making ready. Now bring your focus to your chest, noticing the left hand rise with your inhale and fall with your exhale. And you, my child, prophet of the highest, will go ahead of the Master to prepare his ways, to present the offer of salvation to his people, the forgiveness of their sins. Luke 1:79. As you inhale again, feel your ribs expand around your body. Notice the sides of your chest expand and the back of your ribs move into the mat. Continue to breathe into this space. Immediately after the fall, God had already planned for our redemption. Throughout the Old Testament, this light is prophesied. And now, with the birth of John, he is preparing his people for the prophecy fulfilled. Inhale and pull your knees into your chest, rocking gently from side to side. Roll to your right side and gently press up to a simple seated posture. Interlace your fingers behind you and straighten your arms. Feel the opening across the front of your heart. Now drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Roll your chin down to your chest and bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Slowly roll back and forth here, releasing tension in the neck and shoulders. With your next inhale, bring your neck back to neutral and release your hands. Exhale and bring your left hand to the mat beside your hip. Inhale the right hand high. Exhale and bend your torso to the left. Breathe into the space along the right side of your body. Inhale back to a neutral spine and release your right hand down to the mat beside your hip. Exhale fully, and then inhale the left hand high. Exhale, bend to the right. Breathe into the space along the left side of your body. Inhale back to a neutral spine and release your hands. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you, legs making a diamond shape. Make slow circles with your torso as you breathe into your belly, chest, and ribs. Luke 1:11, 13 and 14, and 16 and 17. And there appeared to Zechariah an angel of the Lord. And the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer has been heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you will call his name John. And you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth. And he will turn many of the children of Israel to the Lord their God, and he will go before him in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready for the Lord a people prepared." Inhale and lengthen your spine, pressing the crown of your head toward the top of your room. Exhale, and keeping your spine long, hinge forward over your legs. Continue to breathe here as you sink into the stretch. The plan for our salvation has been in place since the beginning. This plan has been carefully thought through and orchestrated to fulfill all of the prophecies of the Old Testament. But even with all of the prophecies and promises made, God knew we weren't quite ready. So he sent ahead a messenger. Inhale and come back up to a seated posture. Press forward, coming to your hands and knees for table. Keeping your hips aligned over your knees, walk your hands forward and bring your chest down toward the mat for puppy pose. Inhale back up to table, and with your next exhale, press back to downward facing dog. If down dog isn't available to you today, press back into child's pose. If you are in child's pose, extend your arms in front of you, pressing your palms into the mat, keeping the muscles in your arms engaged. Your elbows will lift slightly off the mat. If in down dog, pedal your feet and breathe into the backs of your legs. Luke 1, verses 76 and 77. And you, child, will be called prophet of the Most High, for you will go before the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation to his people in the forgiveness of their sins. If you're in child's pose, rise up to table. From either table or downward facing dog, step forward, bringing your feet behind your hands with your knees bent to prep for forward fold. Inhale and lift your torso parallel to the mat beneath you. Straighten your legs and lengthen your spine, pressing the crown of your head to the front of your space. Exhale and hinge forward, coming into forward fold. Knees bending as much or as little as needed. Feel the back of your legs lengthen as you breathe. With your next inhale, lift halfway. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the mat and gently sit with your legs extended. Bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of the left knee. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale and hinge forward. Breathe here for a few moments. Now relax your shoulders and neck over your legs and let go. With your next inhale, lift back up to a neutral spine. Straighten the right leg and bend the left, bringing the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right knee. Lengthen your spine again and hinge forward as you exhale. Once again, relax your shoulders and neck and rest in the fold. And you, child, will be called prophet of the Most High, for you will go before the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation to his people in the forgiveness of their sins. Inhale back to seated and bend your legs, pulling your knees into your chest. Curl into a ball and rest your head on your knees. Release your feet to the mat and roll down to your back. Soles of your feet on the mat. Bring your palms to the mat beside your body to prepare for bridge pose. Press your shoulders and the length of your arms into the mat. Inhale and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Keep your chin lifted off your chest. Relax your glutes and breathe. Exhale and roll down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Pull your knees toward your chest and then extend the soles of your feet to the ceiling. You can support your legs with your hands if needed. Your body will make the shape of an L here. Just as John's calling was to prepare the way for a Savior, so we have a similar calling. As we watch and wait for Christ's second coming, the second advent, we are to be preparing the world, proclaiming the offer of salvation and the hope to those around us. Just like John, we are part of the preparation. Release your legs to the mat for our final resting pose. Close your eyes and allow your body to become still. Your breathing will become more shallow and light as your mind relaxes and clears. And you, my child, prophet of the highest, will go ahead of the Master to prepare his ways, to present the offer of salvation to his people, the forgiveness of sins. Remain here for several more breaths at minimum. When you're ready, move slowly and gently, being kind to your body. Move through your day with confidence, knowing that the plan is in place and you are part of the preparation.